one of history's most heroic failures, a shrine to lost causes, the place where Davy Crockett made his last stand, a place where man rises up against insurmountable odds. This is a place for Mike Huckabee. Huckabee, given no chance of winning the Republican nomination, has decided to make his last stand here at the Alamo in advance of Texas's primary on March 4th.
First of all, I want to say what an incredible experience it is to come back to the Alamo.
For reasons not entirely clear, Huckabee decided that the martyrdom of Travis, Crockett, and those 200 men all those years ago would somehow be a fitting symbol for his own run for the presidency.
It all happens here in Texas, quite frankly. Texas changes everything if we win Texas. For me to pull out of the election before Texans get to vote is not only unacceptable, it would be inexcusable.
And he hoped that the people of Texas would rise up for him as they did for those other underdogs 172 years ago.
And the one thing that can happen is the people of Texas have a chance to force and insist that their voices be heard by giving me their votes on March the 4th.
Though all of the political world has left him for dead, Huckabee continued to dream.
If we win Texas, and nobody by that time has received the 1,191 delegates, then the race will continue through other states and very possibly lead to a brokered convention in September in Minneapolis and St. Paul.
While Colonel Travis battled the Mexican army, Huckabee saw himself as fighting the dark forces of the Republican establishment. He began to fire indiscriminately at the Republican Party for losing its way.
When we really believed in some things and were a principled party and stood for human life, and we stood for traditional families, and we stood for lower taxes, not higher taxes, and we stood for less government spending, and we stood for more local government and less centralized federal government.
But when asked about the New York Times story suggesting that John McCain had had an affair with a lobbyist, Huckabee refused to go in for the kill.
The Senator McCain that I've known over the past 14 months in the campaign is that of an honorable man. He has denied anything in those stories. I take him at his word and would have no further comment on it at all. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be here.
It is highly unlikely that history will give the same weight to Mike Huckabee's last stand here at the Alamo in 2008 as it does the original martyrs of 1836. But as he turned to walk off into the sunset, he smiled. Perhaps he realized that in politics, unlike in warfare, you live to fight another day.